I'm Ree from mummyof4.com and I help busy mums make their lives easier with parenting tips, tricks, hacks and advice. Today we're talking about how you can make the transition easier for your children when you are expecting a new baby. My first tip is to make a list of all of the milestones that you have coming up in your little one's life other than the birth of the baby. So maybe it's potty training, maybe they're due to go into a big bed from their cot, maybe they're due to start nursery, start school, whatever it might be, pop it down on a list. The next thing you want to do is to see where these milestones fit in and around the birth of the baby. So I would advise, if possible, leaving at least a month or two, even 3 in some cases, either side of the birth, where you avoid any other major milestones. So if they're due to start nursery, either start them a few months before the baby is born or a few months after, so they're not feeling kind of pushed out and there's a new baby and I'm being replaced. Likewise, if you're potty training, either start it as soon as you get pregnant so you've got plenty of time for them to get the hang of it, or just leave it until after the baby is a few months old. Because if you leave it too close to the birth, they're just going to regress and wet themselves again anyway. Tip number 2 will be around babies. If you have friends with babies, let your children see you pick them up, talk to them about the babies. I know when I was pregnant with Zara, the first time I picked up someone else's baby, Bella was nearly 2, she had a total hissy fit. I'm glad then that we made the effort to be around babies and for her to get used to them, because if the first time she saw me hold another baby, it was the one that we were taking home with us to live with us for good, she would not have been very happy. So really make that effort if you can. Tip number 3, let them care for their own babies. So this could be a dolly, it could be a teddy, a favourite stuffed toy, but practice, cuddling them. Oh, what a lovely baby. Good presents for Christmas and birthday leading up to the birth of your new baby would be things like prams and doll carriers and baby bottles and anything where they can practice being mummy or daddy to their baby, whatever their baby looks like. That way, when you are feeding your baby when it's born, they can feed their baby. If your little one's old enough and you're taking your baby for a walk in the pram, they can push their baby in their pram. All this stuff will make the transition easier, trust me. Make a plan for the birth of your baby, and I'm not just talking about whether you want an epidural or not. What will happen to your existing children? So will someone come to you to look after the children? Will your children go to a house of a friend or family? You need to make this plan and then practice this plan. So if someone else is going to be coming into the house and putting them to bed, you need to get them to come in and practice doing bedtime with you a few times when you're pregnant. So whoever it is knows where everything is. If your child is going to be staying out at someone's house while you're pregnant, I would suggest having practice sleepover a few times before the birth so that the first time is not such a shock and is a little bit easier on them. Get yourself a quiet time treasure box for your children. Now, all this is a special box of toys. Oh, yes. All this is a special box of toys that you get out when you're not able to give your children 100% of your attention. So when you're pregnant and you're feeling really rough and you just need a quiet 5 minutes, you get out this special box of toys of things that you know that they're really engaged with and that they really love. These toys, because they're not allowed to play with them very much, will be far more interesting than the ones they're allowed all the time. And plus, if you've selected the right things in there that are easy for them to play with independently, that are safe, age appropriate and interesting, then that should give you that quiet time that you need when you're pregnant and feeling really rough, or breastfeeding your newborn. Yes, that's right, your name is Zara, isn't it? Yes. Celebrate your child's promotion to big brother or sister. Now this could be done with a t-shirt that says big brother, big sister. It could be done with a certificate, a card, anything. Congratulate them. Make sure they know this is a big deal for them. Get your children a gift from the baby. Now this is beneficial for 2 reasons. First of all, they're going to resent the little bundle a little bit less because, hey, it's just giving them a present. But secondly, it's going to give them something new and exciting to do when they've come to meet you for the first time in the hospital or when you first brought the baby home, because quite frankly, babies to small children are a bit boring and they don't do much. So after the initial, oh look, it's a baby, it'll give them something to do. It doesn't need to be an expensive gift, just something you're going to be engaged in, some small cars or even a magazine, comic, whatever it might be. that you know is really going to engage your child, wrap it up and say, this is from the baby, they've bought it to you because they love you. So those are my top tips for making life easier for your children when expecting a new sibling. What are your top tips? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and hit the subscribe button. Thanks, see you guys soon.